Hello everyone and welcome to or welcome back to Tindalos Gaming and welcome to episode 4 of my playthrough of Call of Cthulhu, Miskatonic Tales, Journey to Innsmouth. Lots going on, so as in previous episodes, let's get straight to the table to see what the heck is going on. Right, here we are at the table and we are playing episode or scenario 1, the Whispering Caves of this this box set. Got 3 scenarios in it. This is the first one, obviously, and I'm playing as Philip Harris, is my main character, who's a private detective, and he's brought along Ezra Marsh, Irene DeBow, and Elizabeth Hawthorne as his helpers. I'm not going to go through a massive explanation of how the game plays. Episode 1 is your episode for that. But where are we at? Well, we're on turn 9, or about to go into turn 10 of the Whispering Caves. We are down in the depths of Sagamore Caves. We've got 3 objectives we're trying to complete. One is the smugglers, the second one is the cultists, and the third is escape. Smugglers, what we need to do is find an item card and a keyword, finding evidence of contraband and arresting people. Haven't yet done that, I don't think. We're trying to provide proof of cultists with an item card and 4 clue cards. We haven't got 4 clue cards at the moment. And the escape, we've got to try and escape. We need 1 keyword. But who knows? Who knows where we're at? We're down here at location 8, down in the depths of it. There are other locations. They're not all on the board at the moment because this game is a bit of a hog when it comes to table space, so I've had to remove some locations. There's some other higher layers, and again, if you watch episodes 1 and 2 and 3, you'll see what locations we've been through already. But we're down in a cavern at the moment with a massive pillar with a gong. Philip decided to hit the gong a couple of times, and so he has. We don't know what that's done. But it's not good. Something about resurrecting or calling Dagon, it's not a problem. It's not an issue. Then we're going to go from there. So we are trying to think of anything else I need to mention. I do need to mention, obviously, we have caffeine. That is an obligatory contractual part of a Tindalos episode. The other contractual element of a Tindalos episode is to make sure we do a cat weasel cut. So this is our deck. We now do have some injuries and some stress in there, which might come back to bite us when we draw our cards, but we'll see. We'll give them a good shuffle off screen, but we'll shuffle them on screen as well, and we will do a cat weasel cut to ensure they're good. Start of the turn. We'll draw those cards up in a second, but we're going to move across to round 10, which means we do have to read paragraph 2, 3, 4 from the massive scenario book that comes with each of these scenarios. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. If characters are present in locations 12 through to 19, we're not. So we're going to continue reading. A deafening rumble shakes the underground structure. The ground trembles violently, making you lose balance. Chunks of rock detach from the ceiling, crashing around you. The walls crack rapidly, letting water gush in and flood the passages. The tunnels begin to collapse one after the other. You suddenly realise you must flee immediately. Survival instincts take over your fear. You shout, "We need to get out of here!" You rush towards the nearest exit, stumbling on unstable ground. Debris rains around you, hitting you with each step. You struggle to move forward, knowing that the slightest delay could be fatal. All characters add an injury card to their play area and a stress card to their discard pile. Validate the keyword demolition. Right, well, let's do that first. Demolition. That doesn't sound particularly nice. That's demolition. We add an injury card to our play area. which is up here. And we add a stress card to a discard pile, which I'll put just here below here. That will come back to bite us, I'm sure. Right, now we need to draw our hand up. We've done the shuffle, so we're going to draw. First card is a stress, which goes in here. Second card is a heroism, that's good. Third card is a stress. Now, because we've got 2 in our play area, we are going to get rid of those. And we're going to take a stress down to 4. Then we draw an education. We draw an injury. That's not great. So we now take an injury down to 6. Those go back. Then we're going to draw an injury. Then we're going to draw an appearance. We're going to draw an education. And we're going to draw a constitution. We've got our heroism, which is good. We've got our 5 cards to play with. So we've read 2, 3, 4. So we're at location 8. We've examined the gong. And we have searched. What did we do? Yeah. We've validated the keyword barrel. We can go east or we can go west. Or we can go down to number 9, back to number 7. What do we want to do? Effectively, I think we've got 3 turns left. Which is not a lot of time. The whole place is crumbling around us. Now, because we've got helpers, but helpers can't help us move. If we want to move, we have to use one of our cards to do that. Constitution, education. Well, I'm going to play an education to move. And I'm going to move down to number 9. I'm going to move down to number 9 because it's revealed. It says, the chamber slops down into a shallow basin, faintly lit by clinging phosphorescent algae. On the far side, a colossal statue rises up from the floor. It's a hideous half-beast, half-fish constructed from a glistening black stone. They love a statue of a half-man, half-fish down here, don't they? That's about the 10th one we've come across. Crouched and threatening. Its disproportionate head contains 3 bulging eyes and a maw of needle teeth. Its claws grip a pedestal decorated with ways. 2 passages flank the statue, both descending deeper into the Stygian depths. Study the strange patterns etched on the floor for an action. Examine the gross statue for an action, or we can descend the stairs. I think I really want to get a move on. 3 turns left. But let's just pause for a sec. We'll get Irene to use her action to study the strange patterns. 105. Intrigued by the circular depression in the centre of the chamber, you examine it more closely. That is the right one, isn't it? Yes. Within, mostly obscured by millennia of mud and mineral build-up, is the swirling colours of an ancient mosaic. You clear away the accumulated filth, discovering that the myriad of glass tiles present a complex tableau. Tumultuous waves, raging storms, long strands of seaweed, and alien creatures all entwine, swirling around and around the floor of the cave. It all converges towards the imposing statue at the back of the room, creating the illusion that it's emerging from a sea of stone. The currents, the seaweed and the waves all seem to carry it up out of the depths. The effect is so powerful that you feel almost physically drawn towards it, as if caught in an invisible current. Your investigation stops here. Didn't really get us any further. Let's get Elizabeth for her action to examine the grotesque statue at 1:15. The colossal statue, half beast, half fish, observes you with three bulging eyes. The black stone of its construction glistens as if wet, but it's dry and cold to the touch. At the base you discover a fantastic engraving. In the centre, a swirling vortex, large and hypnotic, seems to pull your attention closer and closer into the promised void. Around it, a perfect circle evokes an orbit or dial, but you cannot understand what it represents. Hybrid creatures similar to those depicted by the statue populate the engraving. They manipulate round stones, some carrying them, others meticulously placing in the circle around the vortex. The precise gestures shown suggest the crucial importance of this action. As you study the engravings, they seem to move under their own power, a ritual dance around the yawning vortex that began before the first star ignited and will continue until the last sun dies. Each stone placed adds to the power of the whole, the fitting together of some cosmic puzzle beyond your comprehension. While you don't know the purpose to the ritual depicted in this complex scene frozen in stone, you are certain that it benefits is the horrid and hungering god represented by the statue towering ominously over you. Validate the keyword ritual 1. Your investigation stops here. Okay, we've done 1, 2 and 10. God, just drop that. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Right. Now, do we go east or do we go west? I think I need to carry on. I'm a bit concerned I've not investigated these two areas, but I'm on turn 10. I'm going to go west. I'm going to go west. And I have to use an action. I'm going to use an appearance card to do that. I've got 3 cards left. So we're going to go west, 125. You are descending the staircase that plunges into the western wall of the room. From the very first steps, you feel the atmosphere changing. The smell of decay that permeated the previous room gradually fades away, replaced by a strong scent of iodine. This marine odour, intense and penetrating, evokes the ocean depths and reinforces the impression of descending into an underwater world. The steps carved directly from the rock are treacherously slippery. The omnipresent humidity has made their smooth surface smooth and dangerous. You must concentrate on each step, your hands brushing against the damp walls to maintain balance. The greenish light from the phosphorescent seaweed persists, covering the walls of the gallery. The descent seems endless. Read 195. God. 195. 195, it says, if you've validated demolition, read 217. I have just validated demolition. So that's the first thing it says, 217. Blimey. 217. Okay, reveal locations cards 20, 21, 22 and 23 and keep location 16 face down. All characters who descended the stairs place their character tokens on location card 20. Right, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, right. So reveal location cards 20, 21, 22 and 23, which is what I've done, which is here. And keep location card 16 face down. All characters who descended the stairs place their character tokens on location card 20, which is what I've done there. You emerge from the staircase into an immense cavern in complete chaos. An ancient structure, perhaps of Cyclopean temple, is literally collapsing before your eyes. 4 colossal pillars break with a deafening crash, while the ceiling cracks and blocks of stone fall from the dark vault. Your gaze tries to pierce the dust. At the centre, a well encircled by a low rim catches the eye. The surrounding floor, engraved with strange waves, disappears under debris and brackish water that spurts from the cracks, lapping as it overflows from the well and the visible basins to the north and south. Right next to the well, a body lies under the rubble. A shred of purple fabric and a pool of fresh blood signal a recent and violent end. To the south, a horrifying vision strikes your eye. A nightmarish statue 4 meters tall. A fish body supports a human torso with 4 clawed arms. The monstrous head, half fish, half amphibian, bears a single eye and a jaw teeming with tentacles. It dominates a vast basin of black water in front of a massive stone altar. But the terror intensifies. Nearby, another monstrosity moves, an elephantine creature on 8 sharp crab legs with a shiny black shell. Its toothed mouth is rimmed with red tentacles, and its eyes shine with hatred. It screams when debris raining from the ceiling strikes its shell. The dust-saturated air suffocates you. The ground shakes relentlessly, the walls crack. The collapse is total, the water rises visibly. The certainty chills you. You must find a way out post-haste, or this ruined tomb will be yours as well. All characters present add an injury card to their play area. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Oh, God. And a stress card to their discard pile. We'll sort this out now. We've taken 2 of those, so we take an injury. Bosh. Down to 5. Read encounter card 3 setup. Oh, here we go. Encounter card 3. Take enemy 03A, start the encounter. End of fight. If you've validated the keyword back, go to 185, otherwise go to 200. If a character dies during this encounter, go to 242. Right, we're in an encounter. We are in an encounter. It doesn't say to place an encounter token, but I take it you do, because we're in an encounter. Let's put that there. Enemy are card 03A. Dagon's servant. Oh, God. So he's got 6 health. We need to do 6 damage to him. Or we can run. Right. Read 20. Read 20. Well, we can't read 20 yet because we've got to do the encounter, surely. Surely to goodness. No, you have to do the encounter first. We have to do the encounter first. Why do I keep moving down when there's no cards? But there you go. Right. Let's have a go. I'm going combat. I'm going combat against the Dagon's servant. I'm going to play a heroism, which gives me an automatic success. And I'm going to play a constitution, which is going to give me a white dice. I'm going to use, because I've put 2 cards down, I'm going to use Elizabeth Hawthorne to give us a success when it comes to strength. Oh no, we need to use agility, the Smith & Wesson. It's all right. We can use Elizabeth's agility success and we can use Ezra's agility success. So we've currently got 2 successes. And I'm just going to be rolling the 1 red dice and the 1 white dice. No. I have to use agility. Sugar. That's a pain. That's a pain. I've got no agility. But luckily enough, I have got an obsidian dagger. What else have we got in here? We've got a club, which uses strength, but does zero damage automatically. So that's not as good as, and then the kitchen knife. They're both not as good as the dagger. Did I discard anything with agility on it? Yeah, discard an appearance. Hey ho, it is what it is. So I'll be using the dagger for 1 action. And I'll play the constitution, which gives us the white dice. And then I'll use Ezra's automatic strength. And I'll use Elizabeth's automatic strength to give us 2 successes. 3 successes because the obsidian dagger does 1 straight off. So we need to roll these dice. We get a skull and we get a white exploding dice. We will try and explode it. Oh, hang on a second, I need to check that. Yeah, in the rule book it says for an explode, so the symbol is an exploding one. If you roll this symbol and have any white dice remaining in your pool, you may immediately roll 1 additional white dice. If all white dice were used during the initial roll or other exploding successes. So basically you keep rolling while you've got white dice in your pool. I have got another white dice, so let's roll that. That was a failure. I am going to spend 2 of Elizabeth's magic to re-roll that white dice. We get another exploding. We roll another dice. I'm going to use Philip's focus to re-roll that. I don't think you can re-roll a re-roll, so we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. We do have to put a skull on the event board, which doesn't do anything, but we've got to do that. So we've got 1 success, 2 successes, and 3 more make 5. So we've done 5 of 6. Let me just check to see if you can re-roll a re-roll. Bear with me. Right, it's worth checking. Just want to make sure, but basically the same as most other games, you cannot re-roll a re-roll. So that's that. So we've done 5 damage to Dagon's servant. We've got 1 card left, which doesn't do anything. It's got no... Oh no, we've got heroism. Heroism is a success. So heroism, the 2 successes over here, and the 3 successes on the dice. We've done 6. We have done 6. Heroism, played it, because I did. Right, so that's 6. Excellent. Right, so we're going to read 259. Despite your repeated attacks, you observe with horror that your most violent blows only scratch the surface of its chitinous shell. When you manage to hit the softer areas between the plates, a greenish ichor oozes from the wounds, but the creature only seems more irritated by your assaults. Its shrill scream echoes even louder in the cavern. Its reddish tentacles move with increased frenzy, trying to grab you. You realise with growing terror that the thing is not just simply a sea monster. Its shell seems to have been forged by eons of evolution in the deepest abysses, making it practically invulnerable to conventional weapons. This discovery chills your blood. To hope to defeat such a creature, you will need to find its weak points. Perhaps its glowing eyes or inside of its gaping mouth, or even the 8 legs that support it. All characters add an injury card to their play area, plus an injury card for each combat box. Empty combat box. Well, there's no empty combat boxes, so I just take the 1 injury. If you concentrate your attacks on the horrid maw and have validated rum, take enemy card 03B. No, I haven't allocated rum. Rum's not even on the list. This is what confuses me about this game sometimes. Rum is not on the list. And I haven't got rum. If you focus your attacks on the creature's skittering legs and have the items card 7 hatchet, which I don't, take enemy card 03C. Otherwise, you aim for the creature's glowing eyes, take 03D. Okay. Oh, God. 03D. O3D. Put those back in the right order. It's got 5 combat on it now. Yeah, I was going to call that, sorry, going to call that the end of the turn. So that's the end of the turn. Well, I was panicking there because I think I've only got one card left, but that's the end of the turn. Then we move across to turn 11. These all come back. I'll shuffle these off screen for a sec. Right, okay, start of a new turn. We're on turn 11. Let's give these a shot. I have shuffled them off screen, but I don't like to not shuffle them so you guys and girls can see there's no shenanigans. We'll do a cat weasel cut. We'll draw our first card, which is a stress. Okay. We'll draw our second card, which is heroism, which is good. We'll draw stress. We take a stress down to 4. Those two go. We then draw another card, injury. Oh, stress, not. That's an injury. We draw an appearance. We draw a constitution. We draw an appearance. And we draw a stress. And then final one we draw is an appearance. Okay. We are going to continue with combat. Oh, blimey, need a swig of my coffee. Philip has got 1 bullet left in his Smith & Wesson. He's aiming at the eyes, right in front of it. It's dead centre. We'll use an action to fire. We will play an appearance. We will play an appearance. And we'll play a heroism. I want to make sure I do this. These should get their tokens back because we're in a new turn. So this needs to have 5 damage done to it. Actually, I'm going to put another appearance in. Right, I'm going all in. So we get 1 card, 1 red dice. We get 3 white dice for our pool. These 3. We are going to use 1 card for a success, 1 card for a success, and then 1 to help out down here because we put 3 cards in, 4 cards in actually. Four cards in. So, can a character help more than once? Yeah, I would imagine they can because you put that card in, so I'm going to do it. So 5 dice. 5 dice. We've got 1 automatic success. We've got 3 automatic successes so far, plus this. Come on. Come on. Oh. That's all right. That's all right. We put a tentacle on. Tentacle doesn't do anything for a 3rd one. And then we've got 2 exploding successes. We've already got 1 success here, 2 successes, 3 successes, plus 2 is 5 successes. It's got 5 on it. So we're going to do all 5 to Dagon's servant. Do we want to do anything else? I don't think we can. So we'll call it there. We'll discard that and call it the end of the turn. And then we resolve this. 2, 8, 2. 282. As you watch the monster, you realise its three small eyes are its only real weak spots. Your initial shots go wide, bullets glancing off the thick shell around the sockets. Furiously, the creature strikes back. A giant pincer crashes down where you stood a moment before, shattering the stone and forcing you to retreat. Understanding your aim, the creature frantically shakes its head to protect its vision. Finally, a shot lands. The right eye bursts in a shower of green ichor, drawing a shrill howl from the beast. Spurred on by this success, you press your attack, dodging its deadly appendages as they try to grab you. The second eye explodes and the creature's rage redoubles as it starts thrashing blindly. Its massive pincers smash into the ground and walls, spraying stone fragments everywhere. The final central eye is the most difficult target. Half blind and wild with pain, the creature shakes its head violently, sweeping its pincers in a desperate attempt to mow you down. In a flash of desperate accuracy, you make the shot. Utterly blind, the beast now flies into a terrifying rage, slamming into the cavern walls. Its poisoned tentacles and colossal pincers whip through the air as its screams of pain and fury reverberate around you. Driven by primal instinct, it staggers back towards the northern gallery, seeking shelter in the depths of its lair like a mortally wounded creature. All characters present take injury cards, and plus an injury card for each empty combat box. Well, I'm going to take an injury, but that means I'm going to take a second one, which means I'm down to 4. Reveal location 16. Bosh. The creature will no longer move from card 16. Characters cannot move to location 16. Return encounter card 3 and all enemy cards to the box. So that's gone. Encounter 3 is gone. That's back to the box. So we are still in location. We are still in location 20. But that is the end of the turn. Those all go. Back in there. We then go to turn 12. Going to read 268. This might not be good. The ground shakes relentlessly beneath your feet. Entire sections of rock collapse around you in a deafening roar. The air, saturated with dust, burns your lungs with each breath. Stone blocks rain down continuously, striking you mercilessly. You feel a sharp pain as a rock deeply cuts your arm, while another violently hits your shoulder, making you stagger. Anguish grips you as pathways rapidly close, blocked by massive rockfalls. You stumble in the darkness, thickened by dust. Your ankles painfully twist on unstable debris. Blood flows from the cut of your forehead, obscuring your already limited vision. Each new tremor threatens to make you lose your balance. You struggle to move forward, dodging falling stones. Your bruised body protests with each movement. The cavern roars around you, disintegrating in an underground apocalypse that you have witnessed helplessly and wounded, driven by an increasingly desperate survival instinct. all characters add 3 injury cards to their play area. 1, and then I don't have another 2, but I take an injury for those 2, so only 1 stays in my play area. Validate the keyword awakening. We're at 20. We are at 20. We need to draw our hand. Oh, that goes into there. We'll give these a good old shuffle. Cat weasel cut. And then we'll draw 5 cards. We draw a stress. We draw a constitution. We draw an appearance. We draw an appearance. We draw a stress. That's 2 stress. So we're down to 2. We draw a stress. We draw an education. And we draw a stress. We're down to 1 stress. And we are drawing a constitution. Right. Bear with me for a sec. Okay. What I am going to do now at this point is I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge. I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to run. So running, I've just checked on the rule book. You have to discard, I think it's 3 cards. So running, let's just have a read of it. I want to get back to the top level, to where I can get out. So it says if the location you wish to reach is more than 3 spaces away from the current one, you may choose to run. To do so, discard 3 cards with the action icon and gain a -1 dice symbol. So I'm going to discard an appearance, an education, and a constitution. I get one of these in my status. And I'm going to move back to the top, and I'll come back in a sec with that. Okay. Philip and the gang have run to area 17, which is where we know, if everybody's been watching episode 1, we've found a secret passage. So we're going to take that secret passage. Drop my pencil again. Oh my goodness. Let's put that there. So take the secret passage. Any characters present who want to enter the secret passage may spend an action. So I'll spend an action to move. If you've validated noises, which I have not, read 231. Otherwise, read 227. 227. You venture into a narrow corridor. In an alcove, you find all lamps that you light. The passage gently rises for 20 meters before opening into a small natural cavern. At the back, a staircase carved into the rock leads you into a new room hollowed out of the granite. The wooden floor is strewn with worn and empty canvas bags. A poorly constructed staircase rises up the back of the room, leading to a trapdoor in the ceiling, sealed from this side with a metal rod. If you leave the cave, you cannot return. This will end your story. Any characters wishing to stay can continue the adventure. If you want to go through the trapdoor to the surface, read 194. With 1 sanity left, and all of the stuff that's going on, I'm leaving. So 194. You pull out the metal rod and open the trapdoor, emerging into an old wooden shack filled with crumbling workbenches and rusty tools once used for granite extraction. You open the door, letting it in, pouring in rain that instantly soaks you. Your eyes adapt to the darkness, revealing a vast gaping hole, the old quarry. On the outside of the door, a plaque indicates property of Rockport Granite Company. A narrow path runs along the quarry, disappearing into the night. In the distance, you can make out vehicles shaken by the wind. Towards the sea, a dense forest of pines and cypresses takes shape, trees bending violently under the gusts. The storm shakes the landscape, transforming the world into a frenzy of threatening shadows. If you've validated Fury, which I haven't, read 229, otherwise read 121. On the path along the quarry, the storm rages. Suddenly a deep rumble makes the ground vibrate. You freeze in terror. The trembling rapidly intensifies. You turn to see granite cliff collapse with a deafening crash. Entire sections of cliff break away, carrying the forest with them. The cabin is swept away, centuries-old trees uprooted. Rocks and debris plunge into the raging waters. Petrified, you realise the ground is still shaking. Survival instincts pushes you to flee. You run along the path, casting a final glance at the chaos engulfing granite cliff. Finally, you spot some vehicles. By some miracle, a truck is open. You take refuge in it, panting. As you start to drive away from the chaos, you realise the world has changed forever. Epilogue. If you've validated Fury, read 218. I haven't. Otherwise, read 198. The next day, you navigate with the Coast Guard on the strange, calm Atlantic. The sun shines, contrasting with the horrors experienced the day before. Approaching granite cliff, a heavy silence settles. The majestic cliff has disappeared, replaced by an expanse of calm water and a few protruding rocks. Sagamore Cave has vanished, swallowed by the waves. The crew whispers, seeking rational explanations. Underwater earthquake, landslide, but you know the truth. The scale of destruction is unprecedented, bearing witness to the mystery forces at work. Back on land after this troubling observation, your group attempts to unravel the local connections with the mysterious cult encountered in the depths. The investigation proves frustrating. Witnesses are reluctant. Leads fade away, and the tense atmosphere of the town suggests that some inhabitants prefer to keep their secrets. You discreetly question the harbour residents, scrutinising maritime records and cross-referencing testimonies. Most clues lead to dead ends or reveal mundane smuggling activities with no apparent connection to the cosmic horrors glimpsed. Finally, one promising lead emerges from your investigation. Harbour records reveal that a transport vessel named the Star of Kingsport was moored during your adventure. Its captain, one Caleb Waite, matches the profile of the uniformed man met in the cabin. More troubling still, according to port documents, the ship was bound for Newbury and left the harbour hastily on the very night of your expedition to Sagamore Cave. This temporal coincidence cannot be fortuitous. Port employees vaguely remember a nervous crew and suspicious nighttime loadings. Unfortunately, the Star of Kingsport disappeared into the morning mist, carrying its secrets towards unknown waters. Determined to solve this case, you set out for Newbury to continue the investigation on the trail of the mysterious vessel. End of story. Wow. It's time to discover your exploration level. Take the sheet and check the percentage of discoveries you made during your adventure. Right, bear with me. I'm just going to try and work out what I need to do here. Okay, right, I've worked it all out based on what I've got, what keywords I've got. So my exploration level for the Whispering Cave in this first playthrough, I got 20% for each hybrid keyword, so I got 4. I got 9% for each ritual keyword, they're worth 3% each. I got 5% for each Rockport keyword, so just 1. I've got item card 4, which is 5%, item card 1, which is 5%, and item card 5, clue card 5%. So in total, I have 100%. I got 49%. Wow, there's some replayability there, I think, because there's a whole load of clues stuff here that I just never come across. Never come across. Interesting. 49%. Not too bad. Not too bad. First playthrough. Blind playthrough as well, because obviously I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, it starts to worry you. I mean, the turns start to go quite quickly. And obviously I only had one turn left. But it'd be interesting to play this with other people, you know, because obviously I'm playing as a solo. I think playing solo doesn't limit you, because you've got all of these things here that you can do. And obviously I wasn't spending magic and stuff, but yeah, I think it would be a good game to play with 2 or 3 other people. That would be good, or 2 other people, and then you have a companion each. That would be cool. Anyway, that is it for scenario 1 of the journey to Innsmouth, the Whispering Caves. Philip and his cadre will take on the next scenario at some point in the future. We won't be playing it straight away. We'll play other games. I've got some other bits and bobs that can be rolled out. So I'll pack this one away now. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode, whichever that may be. And I look forward to seeing you on the next scenario. Looks like we're off to Newbury. Anyway, take care for now. Oh, YouTube stuff. Can you like and subscribe? Please make any comments. Really, with the way the algorithm works, it doesn't push out my videos to all of my subscribers. So, you know, it's good old YouTube algorithm. So yeah, if you could like and subscribe and share, comment, just to get the message out there. We are heading towards the dizzy heights of 500 subscribers. And along with that, my watch time is going up as well, which means we're ever inching ever closer to potential memberships on the channel, which would be interesting for me to have a look at. But I'm going to get this packed away now, and I will see you on the very next episode. Thank you for watching, and ta-da for now.